On top of a beautiful little hill stood a small temple. Every year, a grand festival was celebrated at this temple, and during that time, many people from nearby towns would come to visit. But on regular days, only a few people ever came to this hill. On deep, quiet days, not a single soul could be seen, especially not children. On that hill grew a strong, healthy neem tree. During the festival, the neem tree was filled with joy as it watched all the people laughing, singing, and the children playing. Oh, how wonderful it would be, thought the neem tree, if I could see and hear this joy every single day. It started to share its feelings with the other trees nearby. Why were we even planted here on a lonely hilltop? If we had grown up beside a roadside or in the city, we could have seen people every day. We could have even had conversations. Although the neem tree was surrounded by monkeys, birds, and a few other creatures, it still longed for human company. To hear people talk, sing, and laugh, what a joy that must be, it sighed. Once the festival ended, so did the neem tree's happiness. The hill turned silent again. No laughter, no music, just stillness. And the neem tree felt deeply sad. Days passed like this. Then one day, a dog came to the hill. It began wandering around the area, resting beneath different trees every day. Sometimes, people gave it food, and sometimes it would go down to the town, search for food, and return to the hill. This became its routine. The neem tree had been watching the dog for a while. One day, when the dog came near, the neem tree started talking to it. "You're really lucky, you know. You get to go down to the town and meet people, hear their voices, and see their joy. Look at me. I'm just a lonely tree stuck on top of a mountain. Don't you think I deserve to grow down there too?" The dog couldn't help but chuckle. The neem tree was annoyed. "I'm sharing something so serious with you, and you're laughing?" The dog replied, "You talk as if you know what goes on down there." That's the funny part. The neem tree defended itself. "But I've seen it. The people, the laughter, the music during the festival, it was all so lively. I wish I could live among them." The dog shook its head. "You're misunderstanding something. The joy you see comes once a year, but if you start expecting that joy every day, it will only bring you sorrow." The neem tree asked, "Why do you say that?" The dog explained, "Down there, you hardly see any trees like you. Do you know why? Trees are constantly being cut down for road expansion, building homes, or simply because they grow too large or block someone's view. Whether the tree is 5 years old or 500, it's the same story. If a tree stands in their way, they cut it down without thinking." "You are safe here," the dog continued. "Cherish that." "Why do people behave like this?" asked the neem tree. "Because the population has increased and space is limited. They need land. And sadly, they don't realize the value of trees like you. Neem trees have healing powers, they cure diseases, but many people don't even know that. That's why," the dog said kindly, "God chose this place for you. You are growing safely, happily, and peacefully. Be thankful for that. Don't waste your present by longing for what's elsewhere." The neem tree finally began to understand. The dog added, "When I go down to the city, there are no trees for shade. People don't even allow us to rest peacefully. If we approach, they throw stones or water at us. The food we get is not given out of love, it's only out of obligation or for a prayer wish. That's why I come to this hill. At least here, I find peace under your shade." Hearing all this, the neem tree finally understood the value of its place. Moral of the story: no matter where we are born or where we live, that place has its own blessings. Sometimes we look at others and think they are happier or luckier, but we don't always see the struggles behind their smiles. Just like the neem tree, we must learn to be happy with where we are and what we have, because peace and safety are gifts too.